There's the right way, there's the wrong way, and then there's the legal way. Hi, and welcome to the Law Simplified, the world's largest independent online law school platform. I'm your instructor, Shaveen Bandaranayake. You may have often heard your friends, colleagues, or just anyone online or you speak to on a day-to-day basis say that there's a right way to do things and there's a wrong way to do things. And for the most part, in everyday affairs, it is that binary. There is a right way, there is a wrong way, it is black and white. But when it comes to academics and later on in terms of your professional career, especially in a subject area such as law, what you might gather over time is that it's not so much about the black or white, but the shades of gray that you encounter. If you like the type of content that I make on this YouTube channel, do subscribe to the Law Simplified and leave a comment below so I have an understanding of what other types of content in terms of academics and professional careers in law that you would find helpful. If you are a first, second, or third year law student, I would highly recommend the comprehensive online law school platform, complete with theory, tutorial, and workshop lessons based on the actual one-on-ones that I've conducted with students who've gone on to achieve first-class law degrees globally. So why am I trying to impress upon you on this third or alternative method of thinking, or doing things for that matter? For many law students, especially those who might be coming into not just the academics but the profession as well from another background. I have plenty of fast track and masterclass students who are in finance or who have been in finance, management, banking, software engineering for that matter, that come into law with a passion but find it very difficult to articulate ideas considering the fact that a number of aspects in law is not essentially clear-cut. What do I mean by this? Go through any case, legislative instrument, or a principle that you might learn in terms of an academic textbook, and very quickly you will start noticing the distinctions there are between law and other areas or other vocations altogether. As most of you might know, my background is in software engineering. My first qualification is in game development. Coming into law, one of the fundamental drawbacks that I saw in my skill set was the inability to immediately see those shades of gray that I spoke about. I would try to find shapes in the clouds, so to speak. I'd try to find some familiarity. I want to find out a definitive answer for something. Now, this is not to say that law doesn't have definitions. On the contrary, everything is quite specific, especially when you take something like criminal law or the criminal jurisdiction. The very standard of proof itself is beyond reasonable doubt. So the aspect of, or the fundamental aspect rather, of being definitive is key. But having said that, the very notion of arguments, the very idea of trying to present a case before a court is really about working within the shades of gray, so to speak. So what can you do if you are of that mindset? What I did coming in from software engineering, coming in from a very technical background, was to try and take something out of that background that might help me leverage myself from anyone else who is studying law. For those of you who've gone through my academic content or the material even on this YouTube channel, one of the fundamental attributes and a skill set that I brought into this particular profession are my spider graphs. It's a derivation of flowcharts, a technique that is used in software engineering to determine procedural flows, so to speak, of applications of software. This helped me articulate how things operate, and over time, understand the value of looking at things not just objectively but subjectively as well. Now, over the years, I've taught numerous students who've come into law from different backgrounds, and we've tried to articulate from what they bring to the table what can be harnessed and enrich their understanding of the law. The same may be true for you, and it might be very distinct and specific. But the one takeaway that you should have, not just from this video, but from that decision you've taken to pursue law is that don't fret over the fact that you might not necessarily be seeing between the lines. Try and understand or try and grasp the fact that law is not about the black and white. It's about the many shades of gray in between. Once you understand that notion, once you are familiar and accept that reality, you'll start looking at the law, the substantive content, and later on in your profession, the procedures themselves in a whole new light. That being said, until the next time that we speak, have fun, stay safe, and as always, obey the law.